Hello. So welcome to this very first lesson of Mandarin Chinese with me, Sumbul 老师 or Sumbula 老师. You can find out more about me online for sure. For now, I'll just say that I did a degree in Mandarin Chinese and then I followed it with a part of that in Beijing at Beijing Shifan Daxue or Beijing Teachers University, Beijing Normal University. I teach and I also train teachers and I love helping newbies, hopefully like you, get started with learning Mandarin Chinese and all the skills that you need to go along with that to get you really motivated and really skilled with the tools to learn this language. So this is your very first lesson, and can you imagine that in 20 minutes or so, hopefully under that maybe, depending on the pace that you choose to go at, you'll be able to read the following. So if you've never read Chinese before or seen Chinese, just have a look at this and maybe pause the lesson now and just have a think to yourself. What do you notice about the characters? And what kind of text could this be? So a tip is to look at the icon in the corner here. You can have a look and I'll give you a moment, pause it, have a guess, and if you guessed that it's a dialogue, you're correct. So the dialogue would be A is person 1, B is person 2, A says something, B says something back. So this is the text that you're going to be learning with me today. And what does it mean? You're going to be learning how to say hello, and then I'm called Sumbul 老师, and then what about you? And then I'm called your name, and then goodbye and goodbye. So this is your lesson for today. And these are the characters that you're going to be able to learn. So if you noticed when you paused the lesson to check, these two characters might be different colors, but they're the same. So you can see there's a repeat of certain characters. And the translation tells you why, but this is also important for our lesson. Because before I start teaching you this, we need to first understand and clarify 4 things about characters. So the things I want to tell you about characters before we begin is that when you see your 2 characters like this counts as 2 characters here. So you have ni on the left and you have hao on the right. And in this English sort of version, I put it as ni hao, which means hello. The text here, we call this pinyin, and the text in brackets and in speech marks is my version of pinyin. So note 4 things. Whenever you see a character like this, for example, this is ni, you always need to think that it's 1 character, 1 box. So when you see this, you have to imagine this ni here, it has its own personality, it has its own meanings, it has its own pronunciation, comes with its own rules as well, of stroke order, everything, how you write it, it just has its own rules. And every time you see it, it will always look like this and it will always be in your mind in 1 box. So it's just like its own personality, needs its own space. The second thing, number 2, is watch out for rules of pinyin in the spelling here. So it's in English letters here, but it's not like English, right? We would never say ni for ni. We would probably say nai if we saw ni together. So pay attention to those sounds, a new way of reading the English letters. Never, ever spell in Chinese using the way that I've put in the exclamation marks, the speech marks or the brackets. Never do it. It's just a way that I found very helpful for English speakers to get a phonetic sound reference, because you can make patterns in your mind then about how to say it. And number 4, think of each character like a puzzle piece. So each character has its own, sometimes multiple meanings, and when you add or combine them together with others, they make a new word. So here we have ni on the side, here on the left it means you. And here we have hao, and it means good. So it would make sense if we said you good, but when you say ni hao together, it makes hello. So it's just like a puzzle. When you put pieces together, it makes a new thing. And I always say that learning Mandarin Chinese and learning the characters, learning this language is really like learning how to put a puzzle together. In advanced Mandarin Chinese, if you ever go there, it's famous for having sets of 4 characters put together. They make a whole new idiom or phrase. So this is really a big part of the language. For now, let's begin by learning these individual characters and simple combinations, just like ni hao here. So we're going to learn our dialogue now. So, how do I measure success for you in this lesson? As your teacher today, I just want you to try. You only have to try. You don't have to say it exactly correctly. You don't have to do anything with pronunciation and worry about tones. That has its own special lesson later that I will tell you about. Today, I just want you to get a win with having a go. So just give it a go. Don't worry about pronunciation yet. We will do that later. Just give it a go today. If you try, that's it. Just try to say the words. Don't worry about sounding perfect. Don't even think about the tones. Just get used to reading the pinyin spellings, getting the spelling right, and recognizing the characters. Okay? Deal? Cool. So, another thing before we start, the reason that I focus on Chinese characters today is that you won't see pinyin, the English. When you go into China, when you're moving around in Chinese, you're not going to see pinyin all the time. It's not going to be possible. This is a character-based language. So I believe it's really vital to help you focus on getting characters right from the beginning. You cannot avoid them. You shouldn't avoid them. You should dive in and get comfortable with reading them as soon as you can. So with that in mind, let's begin. Note that this is going to level up each time with a challenge for the characters. Let's go slowly at first. So you should be watching me. You can pause it when you need to and just repeat as much as you need. So this one will be ni and hao. A note about tones is that when ni and hao go together, there's a slight pronunciation change. So ni becomes second tone and hao becomes third. But like I said, don't focus on that too much. Just try. So here we're going to say ni hao, ni hao, ni hao, ni hao, ni hao. Next we have wo, 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 and it means me or I. This spelling is not right. It's only for you to get your pronunciation in the first round. This one is jiao, jiao, jiao. And this means to be called. Jiao, jiao, jiao. Here we have ni ne, ni ne, Nina. It sounds a little bit like the name Nina, and it means how about you? And if you notice, we have the repeat of ni here, and it looks the same and it's acting the same, and it hasn't changed. So we have ni again, so you can try to remember that now moving forward. Nina. Again, in order of the dialogue, we have wo, wo, wo. This is wo for I or me. Then we have jiao, 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 jiao. Jiao, if you notice, has a little box on the left here. That box usually is called a kou in Chinese, and it can be a character all by itself, and it usually indicates something to do with the mouth or speech or speaking. So use this to help you. Like jiao has 2 meanings as a character, and one of them is to be called and one of them is too cool. So both meanings have something to do with the mouth. For today, just remember that it's about being called. So wo jiao. 我叫 jiao. This one is 再见再见再见, and it means goodbye. So you have 再见, goodbye. So just remember here that this spelling, you're seeing it once only to help you get the kind of flow with the spelling. From here, we're going to do it again with the same order, the same characters, the same words, and this time you just have to repeat back and get used to seeing them and repeating them. So here we have 你好你好你好你好. Here we have 我我 Here we have 叫叫叫. This one is 你呢你呢你呢你呢. This one is 我 This one is 叫叫叫. And this one is 再见再见再见. We're going to do another round, exactly the same. This time I'm going to have a small break before I say them. So see if you, sitting by yourself, can shout out the character before I say it. 你好你好你好我叫叫叫你呢你呢你呢我叫叫叫再见再见再见. Okay, so how did you find that? I hope that you're starting to remember them. So in this next one, you're going to see the picture and then you're going to get the character. So see if you can do it, and I will give a slight pause before I say the characters and before I reveal the pinyin and the English. All right. What's this? Yes, it was 你好你好你好. Give yourself like a pat if you got it. Next one. Do you remember what this was? It was 我 me or I. Next up, we have, for the life of me, I couldn't find a picture to depict to be called. So you just have to read the English. To be called. Do you remember how to say this? This one has a box on the left. It is 叫叫叫叫. Next up you have this one that means how about you, and it sounds a little bit like a lady's name in English. It is our first ever character, 你呢 你呢 你呢. So give yourself a pat if you got it. Next up again we have 我 Then you have, yes, 叫叫叫. And then you have 再见再见再见. Good! So how did you feel you did? I hope that it was starting to come. The point of that last round was to get you to try and remember meanings so that you have the sounds associated with what you're learning. The next one, you're going to see the characters at the beginning as well, still with the pictures. The pictures may come at a delay now. So first you're going to see the characters. This is now testing your sight reading for characters. Not testing, but helping you train in recognizing them. So here you go. It's in the same order as the dialogue, remember. So here we have, hopefully you've got it. I'll give you 3 seconds. 你好, 你好. Good. This one, take 3 seconds. Try to get it before my 3 seconds are up. 我 Good. Take 3 seconds. Try to guess it. 叫 3 seconds to guess this one. This one is 你呢 Then we have 我 Then you have 叫 Here you have 再见 Great! So, how did that go? I hope you're starting to get them. A little tip on the 再见. This character always looks to me like it's a little window of people kind of like waving, if you imagine that, for the goodbye. 在 by itself actually means again. And then 见 means to see. So it literally to see again. Again see. So together they make goodbye. So that might help you remember if you're struggling with that one. The jiao has this speech box on the left, and then you might also see that as well in the ne. So the ne is like a little particle that makes it into a question, like about you, how about you, what about you, or what about me. So we have this for memorizing this ne as well. Yeah, I hope that you're starting to get it. In the next part, you're going to have your characters again and see if you can guess what will come next. This is in the order of the dialogue. So let's do it. Here we have 你好 followed by 我叫你呢我叫再见再见 Good. Now I did that pretty fast, so try to go back and redo it again if you need to, if you found it was too fast and you weren't keeping up. What I wanted you to do was to hear in the order of the dialogue. So this is the last set that you do in the order of the dialogue. We'll do it one more time at speed so you can get used to it. So here we have 你好我叫孙伯乐老师我叫孙伯乐老师你呢我叫 and then they would say their name and then they both say 再见再见 So that's the order of the dialogue. Hopefully you're beginning to memorize the characters that go with it now. This time we're going to do shuffle characters and visuals. So here you have, go for it, see if you can remember it. Has the box something to do with speech? 叫 This one is 叫 Good. 叫 Next you have, remember the little window? 再见再见 Here you have, should be easy peasy now. 你好你好 Here you have, 你呢你呢你呢 Next up you have again 我 Here you have 叫 jiao, jiao. Then you have 我, 我. This character always reminds me of kind of like it's like a ninja with so many different strokes in it, so many lines. When you learn how to write it, you'll understand what I mean. 我, 我. Great, so those were all your characters in a different combination. This time you will only have characters and they're going to be shuffled. So see if you can remember them and say them out. Remember the first one, don't get tripped up. This one has a box on the right. Before you say 你好, take a close look. 你呢? 你呢? 我 你好 你好 叫 叫 再见 再见 我 叫 叫 Good! So how did you find that? I hope that you were starting to remember the characters before I was saying them. In this next part, you're going to get the individual characters with nothing else. So, in fact, before we do that, what I would love is if this time you try to type or write the pinyin as I show you the characters. So this is just to make sure that you're getting the pinyin spelling correct. So I'm going to show you the character and then you're going to type out the pinyin, which is this part. So here we go. You'll start with jiao, jiao, jiao. I've given this one to you, so this one is easy. So type it out. This is to get you used to writing in pinyin, typing in pinyin. Jiao. Good. Whoops, I gave you this one too. This one is 再见, 再见. See if you can type that out in the correct pinyin. 再见, 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 再见. That's how it is. Hope you got it right. Next one. Here you have 你好, 你好. Hope you got that one right. Up next you have, this one is 你呢, 你呢, 你呢. Funny spelling for English, so hope you got it right. Up next, 我 Hope you spelled it right. It's W-O. Give yourself a pat on the back if you did. Next one is jiao. Jiao again. Jiao. See this funny spelling? You just have to get used to the pinyin. Jiao. Hope you got it right. And then you have again our friend 我 Good. Okay, so hopefully you got your pinyin right. We have our characters now, and you should be able to pretty much beat me to saying these out loud. So try to say them before I say them. Here we have 你呢, 你呢. 我 你好 你好. 叫 再见 我叫 And we'll carry on just with single characters this time. So see if you can get them. Pay close attention to the characters. This one is 你 This one is 好. This one is 你. This one is 好. This one is 我. And this one is 叫. This one is 你. And this one is, hope you got it right, it's n. This one is 我. This one is 叫. This one is 在 from 再见. And this one is 见. And again 在. And again 见. Okay, very, very good. I hope you really enjoyed seeing how you can start to memorize individual characters in this lesson. And hopefully by now you should be able to put it all together. So you've got all of your characters pretty much fresh in your mind. So let's take a look at the dialogue again. Here you have person A. Now you should look at this and you should be like, oh wow, I think I can read this. So here you go, give it a go, see if you can read it. I'll give you a moment just to see the dialogue in dialogue format with your characters. See if you can have a go at reading it now. Hopefully you can. If you can, just another pat on your shoulder, because that was not long and you did it by yourself, so I'm not with you. So if you're reading this and seeing it, you should be able to give it a go now. I'll be A, you can be B, and you can say the dialogue with me. So 你好，我叫孙不乐，你呢？再见。And this time I will be B and you can be A. So when I do this, it's over to you. 你好，我叫孙不乐老师。再见，再见。Very, very good. So a final spot check. By now you have learned your first few characters and you should be able to say the following. So do you now know how to say in Chinese, hello? It's 你好. Hopefully you got it right. Give yourself a pat if you did. Secondly, you should be able to say, how about you? Do you remember how to say this? It's 你呢? 你呢? Good. Hopefully you got it right. Pat on the shoulder if you did. Next up, you should be able to say goodbye. In characters too. 再见. 再见. Very good. And then you should be able to put it all together and say, hello, I'm called, your name, and then what about you? And the other person can reply. And you can say goodbye to them. So I really, really hope that you enjoyed this initial class, and I hope that you got a really good introduction to how you can speak and learn Chinese in fairly painless, easy, fun manner. If you learn the characters in a considered order, you can have a lot of fun with this. So I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, let me know how it went. I would love to hear.